Okay, thanks for agreeing to do some usability testing with me today. My name's Reese, and I'm a user researcher for a SaaS startup. Just want to let you know that all the information that we're taking today is confidential and will only be used in our internal research team. May I have your permission to record this usability test?
Yes, that's fine.
Excellent, thank you. So can I just learn a little bit more about you? What's your name, age, and profession?
I'm Ella Spence. I'm 28 years old and I am a monitor in the clinical research industry.
Okay, fantastic. Nice to meet you. Do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
Okay, excellent.
I'm ready to get started.
Okay, fantastic. So based on the questionnaires that you filled out before, I understand that you have some friends or family who live interstate or in another country that you keep in touch with online. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So I keep in touch with my sister who lives in America. We keep in touch online, and I've got some friends over in Europe as well that I keep in touch with online. Probably talk to my sister most in America.
Yep.
We use Messenger sometimes, but we also use iPhone iText that uses Wi-Fi to text.
Oh yeah, iMessage. Yeah.
iMessage, that's right. And we also use FaceTime to connect, which uses Wi-Fi too when we want face-to-face interaction. Or we might just call through FaceTime with no video if it's not appropriate to use video chat in that. Well, depending on what we're doing.
Yeah, sure. And how do you like using those apps?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're quite easy to use. I like the Wi-Fi option, so I don't have to spend money on a plan to do it, which can be quite expensive when you're sending lots of little texts or having long conversations.
Absolutely, it's quite accessible these days, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so the product that we're going to be getting you to complete tasks with today is similar to the products that you've been using. It makes it easier to catch up with family or friends that are restricted by time zone and geographical boundaries. So the app works in a way where you can record questions that you want to ask your friends or family members, and then also record answers as well. And since you can do that in your own time, it makes sure that everyone syncs up. It only lets you answer questions that have been recorded by video once everyone's kind of submitted their questions. And then, so the idea is, the premise is that we all used to catch up around the dinner table, and now that we kind of can live far away from each other, it's sort of tries to bring the dinner table back. And if you are struggling to find a time to catch up, you can do this in your own time, and it kind of simulates a dinner table conversation. So it'll take all those questions and answers, chop them up into different patterns, and it will combine it into one big video. So for example, you could have like a Christmas dinner with your family, and a couple of weeks before you'll ask each other questions, then sometime before Christmas you'll answer them, and then on Christmas Day you can watch this nice video of everyone kind of basically interacting and simulating dinner table conversations.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. So now I'm going to hand you over the prototype and get you to complete some tasks. The prototype is a little bit sensitive, so you've just got to give it a nice quick light touch when you use it. Now some of the forms, because we don't need you to interact with every element on the form, some of them will kind of auto-complete. So don't be put off by that. Just keep on completing the task as normal, but just be aware that they will auto-complete, just to kind of speed up the process. Okay, so now I'm going to hand you over the prototype. And while you're viewing the prototype, I just want you to talk about what you see, what you think you should do, if what you clicked on was what you expected, and just talk verbally about what you see and what you do. Okay, so the first task I want you to complete is that you've been using this app for a few months now. However, you have no more upcoming catch-ups organised with your family. So, I want you to create a new catch-up for Christmas Eve and save it.
Okay, so I can see plan a catch up. So that looks like a new catch up I can organise. And then you can type in the name of the catch up.
Yep.
You can decide when it's going to be hosted, the amount of time to submit your questions and answer questions, and then you can select groups that can be involved, whether it's school or family.
Fantastic.
And then I would save it. Or it wants a name. Okay, Christmas with the Millers. The date and time responses selected. Family. Save. So now we've got upcoming.
Fantastic, that's it, yep.
Yeah,
Excellent.
and you
Well
can
done.
see past conversations there.
Yeah. That's it, fantastic. So the second task I'd like you to complete is, so now you have an upcoming catch-up that you've created, and you have just thought of a question that you want to ask Mary, but you don't have time to record the question. So I want you to go into that upcoming catch-up and write down a note of the question you want to ask.
So I'm going into the catch-up. And there's a notes section. I guess it's for me. Type it in here. And click save. Yeah,
Perfect,
that
that's it.
seems pretty straightforward.
Cool, you've recorded a note. And now the next task I want you to complete is, so it's been about a week now since you've recorded that note, and now you actually have some time to ask a question. So I want you to remind yourself of the question that you wrote in your notes, and then I want you to record that question to Mary.
So I tap notes. I can see my note here.
What says talk about?
Maybe the three little buttons on the side if that connects to asking a question with my note, but maybe not. So I'll go back. I'm going to go ask a question. Mary came up straight away. How does it know it wants me to talk to Mary?
I think there's a screen that... Sorry.
Oh, here we go. So now I've selected Mary, and I'm going to press the record circular button down the bottom, which I'm going to record a question, and stop the record. And it looks like, yeah, I've recorded the question I want. If I want to ask another question, I can, but I'm done for now. Yeah.
Fantastic, that's it. Excellent, well done.
Great.
So I'll just take that back off you now. And now just have a couple of post-task questions.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find completing these tasks?
Yeah, it's very simple, straightforward. It's the layout's really clear, and it's very, the icons to click, they make sense. Yeah.
Excellent. Was there anything you found the most enjoyable?
I like how it
Class?
tells you how many days left there are to ask a question. That's good, it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
You can see the activity below, who's getting involved in this catch-up, which is good and encourages you to ask questions when you can see there's activity in there, people getting involved. Looks like people getting excited for the catch-up coming up. And it makes you, more keen to contribute when you can see other people's activity.
Fantastic. Was there anything that you found not so enjoyable that you got hung up on a little bit?
No.
Okay.
No. So you can just make an announcement and you can ask a question. That's good. No, it all makes sense to me.
I noticed that when you went back into the notes, it wasn't obvious
the three dots on the right. I thought maybe that was an activity button that would connect maybe a note to to a question, but that's alright. You can click back out of it. It's just a reminder of what your notes are, because you may not want to use all those notes in a question, and you don't have to go too many steps back out to get to the ask a question. It's only one click.
Yeah, that's right. It was those three dots are mostly going to be like clear the note or delete the note after you kind of done with it. Yeah, so it's just a one way in and back out.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Was there anything else that you'd like to share about your experience?
If I click back out and go to the front, what's that plus for?
The plus is for creating a new catch-up. So...
Because there was the option at the top before to say create a new catch-up, which I clicked.
Yep. So...
What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, sure. So you had no upcoming catch-ups.
Oh.
So that's kind of like an empty state. So there was like, you don't have any, so plan one. But if you do already have an upcoming catch-up...
The plus icon replaces it.
Well, it's always there. Like that's always how you create a catch-up. It's the other one
replaces,
yeah.
Bad use of expression.
It's like a staple. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And the other one was just a bit more of a prompt if you haven't got any. So I could have just said, you have no upcoming catch-ups, and just left it like that, and then get you to use the plus. But sometimes, you make it really obvious about how you plan a new one, because you can only use the app if you've got an upcoming catch-up, so it just kind of reinforces you to create a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
That's all
cool,
I had
fantastic.
to ask.
No worries. Well, it's been a pleasure, Ella. Thank you so much for participating today, and have a great day.
Thank you.